This is BoobTube Live, and today I'm going to be sharing a story of a game. That game is Yon RPG, which began in middle school when I had no idea what RPG stood for. In fact, at the time I thought it stood for regular paper game, and so that's just what I made. I had no idea how to play Dungeons and Dragons. I wanted to know, but I didn't want to read a 400-page guide to learn how to play, so I made my own, which had about a page of rules, and none of them were really rules anyway. And so I made a tiny campaign where everybody ended up getting killed by lead poisoning or by a lady hiding under some covers in an old folks' home. Um, and what that started as ended up being a fully fledged online role playing game that we play to this day, which has been played for the last couple years. And even though it's been played for a couple years, we've only made it through 2 days of in game play, but it's led to some pretty interesting situations. Eventually, I'll probably get around to posting the whole system online so that anybody who wants to play can. It's kind of D20 based, I guess, um, but it's been a ton of fun. So I'm going to read one of my favorite interactions from the city of New Old Town, where a character uh, is looking for something to eat. In the distance, you hear a magical sound. Hot fried chickens, a man bellows. Upon looking, you spot a rickety wagon with a sign that says, Savory Dan's Poultry Wagon. Now, a character, Bison, attempts to restrain himself, to quote, to control my baser urges and not give in to my insatiable chicken lust. The man shouts louder, Juicy, delicious chickens, breaded and fried to a tantalizing crisp. Get yours now, 3 for a nickel. They're the tastiest treat in Topia. At this point, Bison fails an intelligence roll to resist the, quote, siren call of Savory Dan. He fails the resist, and with a running jump, Bison clambers atop the man's cart, shoving both hands into the chicken receptacle and forces as many pieces of white and dark meat into his gaping, slavering, toothless maw, because he doesn't have any teeth. Without bothering to pay, Bison leaps into the mobile kitchen of Savory Dan's poultry wagon and pulls 3 whole chickens out of the hot fryers. He forces them down his gullet one after another as Dan looks on in horror, mouth agape. Hot grease drips from his mouth and down his chest, staining his loincloth. Eventually, Savory Dan regains enough composure to stammer, That will be 1 hobo nickel, sir. And that gives you a bit of an idea of what the whole game is like. There's a lot more stories. I probably post a rough timeline for anybody who's interested. And like I said, sometime I will unleash the entire system to the general public so you can enjoy it as much as I do. And I'll also probably include the basic quest where you're looking to get your Royal Adventurer's license so that you can elicit quests from the Hobo King, King Clem, son of Clem, and enjoy all of the wonderful adventures that Topia has to offer.